Hi guys, welcome to the 7-Man Show with me, your host Sean. Today we're discussing stocks of the day. Now, we have Microsoft and TikTok deal. Microsoft is out and Oracle's in, so you can expect Microsoft to fall for all those who were getting on the hype train for the TikTok deal, and possibly Walmart to dip a little as well, and Oracle to rise, possibly pre-market. If not, it could be a dip buy. Now, one thing that I meant to, sorry, I didn't have this up before. One thing about Tesla that we know is coming up is the battery day, and we're hoping it's going to be a good one, and Elon makes our shares rise. Now, what we don't want is for him to end up coming out with something like this, go on Joe Rogan's show and do something like this. Yeah, but you never know with him. That's one of the things about genius, having a genius running company. Now, space, the final frontier. As you probably heard, Virgin Galactic have gone in for a deal with Rolls-Royce for intercontinental flights, Mach 3 flights. First one being New York to London and vice versa. Hopefully they get it 60 to 90 minutes. Or Concorde Mark 2. Now, this has been a long time coming. Surprised they haven't done it before, but now with all the advances, I think it's the perfect time to get it. They can get jet engines on the cheap because of what's going on in the world. They can pick up contracts cheap, and the demand is there. No one wants to spend over 4 hours, 6 hours travelling if they're going business. Now, this could raise the share price of both Virgin and Rolls-Royce, but this is something that you have to decide on. Now, Rolls-Royce, in my opinion, other than this, have nothing, because they're getting no other contracts. If they crack this will be huge for them. Could bring them back to former glory. But you may want to bet on Virgin Galactic just because they have a bit more to the spec play, something a bit more unique with the space travel. Now, there's no harm in splitting here. As you see, space is $17.10 and this is £2.10, so you can chuck equivalent to $20 in and buy one share of each. Remember, people were spending $30 on a share of space, so you could be picking up one share of each for $20 and consider it as you paying $20 for Virgin Galactic, and that might be a way of looking at it. Anyway, now it's time for a shameless plug. And don't forget to hit that lovely like button, almost as lovely as me. Helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting the video out to more people. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Become part of the Saving Money Show family. We give each other hints and tips and updates about stocks and shares we talk about on the show. As well as that, you can ask me to look into any share you want, and I don't charge a Discord fee or ask for a Patreon. All I do ask is for you to comment in the box below and hit the like button. Even if you disagree with me, especially if you disagree with me, I like a debate. And if I do something wrong, I want you to call me on it so I can improve the channel. And why not check out the links in the description below? There's lots of others. I've used each one of them myself. I wouldn't give you links if I haven't checked them out myself. If you're looking for a free trading platform which should trade your stocks and shares, you know, you can get a free share worth up to £200 for signing up and depositing a small amount. A free trade only requires a £1 deposit. The others require £100 or dollars, depending on which one you go for. Stake has over 3,500 US stocks on their books, which is the biggest one outside of the US. Whereas Trading 212 is one of the best and easiest platforms to use. But as I said, I use all three. Anyway, on with the show. Now, regarding the TikTok deal, I think it could be an opportunity to pick up some cheap Microsoft, because it's come down to the levels before the TikTok deal was announced. And if it dips any further, it's well worth buying, especially with the Xbox coming up. And I would also think picking up Fastly would be on your radar. Remember, Fastly dropped because Microsoft was picking up TikTok. The two alternatives was the TikTok being banned, so Fastly would lose revenue, or Microsoft would pick them up, and people thought that Microsoft would use their own businesses instead of Fastly. Now, with Oracle, more likely to use Fastly, so they'll still get that 12% revenue. So that's worth picking them up. Now, let's talk about something else, which is Suing Capital. If you remember, I spoke about how the way to get in on the ground floor of Palantir IPO is picking up Suing Capital. And you saw how it went from $8 to $14, and it's come back down. Now, if you did the right thing and sold when it went to $14, no, not sold all of it, sold a part of it, then you positioned yourself well. Now, so even if it drops 20%, because I'm down at the moment on this position, looking at my average price. However, because I sold some of my position when it went up, I'm not down. It could drop another 20% and I'll be okay if it drops on the IPO. Now, I have two things I could do. The IPO comes out, it drops, I sell, move the money into something else. I spoke about Snowflake, there's other IPOs, there's other Spaqs, other stocks. I could do that. Or I could keep my money in here. This company has other companies in it, so I could collect the dividend, see how the other companies do, keep an eye on it, and hopefully it do well. One thing that makes me nervous about Palantir, and I said how I wasn't a fan of Palantir from the start, is it turns out they only have 125 customers. Now, that's not a lot for a company that's IPOing for this much. And I said originally how they were making a loss, and it's just come out publicly that they're making a loss. On top of that, investor presentation day, which is supposed to be to encourage people to come and invest, instead they've come out and they've smashed the press, had a go at the press, saying if you don't want to invest in a company, don't invest. For me, that's not the right way to go about things. You're supposed to be getting the press on your side. Now, when I have a feeling about a company, I'm not always right. Sometimes I'm wrong and I miss out, but usually I am. Right, look at Nkla. I was right. I did a deep dive. I confirmed that I was right. With Palantir, I was right. But trust me, there's been lots of times when I've been wrong. So don't blindly follow me. Do your own research. And I'll be uploading another video with some more plays later. I think Gilead is going to store soon, and I'll speak more about that later. I've said before about how the cruise liners will need to have a cure, not a vaccine, on board, and the vaccines have been put back, although I have heard through the grapevine that Oxford that doing the vaccine in conjunction with AstraZeneca have started again on a vaccine. I don't know if this is to do with the new UK government legislation, where they're trying to get a legislation through that allows unlicensed vaccines to be used in the UK, and they're hoping to buy up cheap AstraZeneca's vaccine and put in a legislation where compensation cannot be claimed for any side effects. So I don't know if this is only going to be for the UK market, and that's why they're pushing ahead with it, or if pushing ahead for the mass market. But for AstraZeneca, may get a little jump on the back of that. I'm just here to report. Make your own decision. I will not be going into AstraZeneca. I said the reasons before. They were overvalued before the run up. They're overvalued now. I go into companies that are undervalued. I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, stay savvy, stay investing. Goodbye.